25 soap spoilers, Phelan twist in Coronation Street, Emmerdale acid attack accusation, EastEnders funeral, Hollyoaks grief. Grief is tearing lives apart in So I Planned as the Brandings face new battles and shocking lies in EastEnders on the day of Abby's funeral, while Alfie Nightingale takes desperate measures to try and keep Jay Dalbright in his life in Hollyoaks. Over in Emmerdale, Ross Barton struggles to cope in the aftermath of the horrifying acid attack, while Coronation Street sees Michelle Connor confronting mistakes from her past as she comes face to face with her biological son Alex. In other development, Robert Sugden and Erin Dingle get closer to their Dales reunion. Cleo McQueen is hoping for similar with Joel Dexter in Hollyoaks, but Sienna Blake could prove a problem. It could be the end for Weatherfield's Bethany Platt, and Craig Tinker in Halfway makes a big decision about his future in Walford. 1. After an altercation at the lap dancing club leads to Bethany being sacked, she blames Craig. He tries to make it up to her, and when they arrange a date, his act forces him to miss it as he is unable to leave the house due to checking switches. 2. As the runners start the Race for Your Wives charity event, Robert gets down on knee and proposes to a surprised Michelle. His gesture comes after they manage to clear their debts, but will Michelle say yes to becoming Robert's wife? 3. As Billy becomes more desperate for pain relief, he steals painkillers from Izzy but ends up losing them in the wash. Later, Eileen and Ava find Billy collapse and Summer is stranded at school and so accepts a lift from a stranger. 4. Liz is surprised to find that the new trainee GP at the surgery is none other than Michelle's biological son, Alex. And when Michelle later injures herself and has to attend the medical center, she comes face to face with him. 5. Phelan is delighted to learn from the mill site developer that they are expanding their plans, which means he is in line for even more cash. But when he then hears something worrying, Gary watches with interest. 6. Bethany decides to try and help Sarah move past Gary and so suggests to Aidan that he asks her out on a date. As Aidan and Sarah meet up for a meal in the bistro, will there be romance on the cards? 7. Max is frustrated by the lack of progress on Abby's funeral plans, but when he presses Lauren, she snaps back at him that it has happened without him. However, he later discovers that this is a lie to stop him attending and he hits rock bottom. 8. As Aidan puts pressure on Vincent and demands a down payment as he continues to try and sell the Albert, Kim continues her frivolous spending, prompting Vincent to come clean and admit that they rebroke. But Kim has an idea. 9. Donna puts her efforts into selling fake roses for Valentine's Day and ropes Robbie into helping her. As they get on like a house on fire, one thing leads to another, but the morning after, there is tension between them. 10. Halfway decides that he has outstayed his welcome at the Queen Vic, but when Whitney catches him with his hand in the till, there is a misunderstanding. However, she soon realizes she has feelings for him, but it could be too late to stop him leaving. 11. It is the day of Abby's funeral and the residents of Walford gather to pay their final respects. However, Max is torn over whether to turn up and say goodbye to his daughter. Will Lauren have a change of heart? 12. When Kathy fires Masood on the spot for his flogging of samosas, he guarantees her that he can turn a profit by the end of the week. As they go head-to-head to prove one another wrong, can Masood save his job? 13. As Valentine's Day approaches, Erin decides to cook a meal for Alex and Robert agrees to help